Hello and welcome to Risk of Rain. So you'll notice right off the bat that I now have 3 characters unlocked. That is because I went to record and I played a couple of games and actually unlocked the Enforcer while I was playing, and then got about a half hour in and realized that I was only recording my voice and I had forgotten to turn on my game recorder. So that's why, but no matter, we're just going to jump right in. We're going to use the Enforcer and I'll kind of explain everything about him as we go. So the Enforcer is kind of a slow mover, but he's a heavy hitter and he has a really good defense move. So he's got this shotgun that's pretty slow. He's got a flash grenade and he has the shield bash that knocks those enemies away. But his third move from the left is actually a shield. So you can put down the shield and it'll stay down until I actually activate that move again. And any damage coming from the direction that the shield is facing will actually get mitigated, will be blocked, like you can see did right there for a sec before his attack actually went to the behind me. But in any case, pretty solid move. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting as far with the Enforcer and the Bandit as I did with the Commando, because obviously you all saw how I played and I rely on the Commando's dodge ability an awful lot, and neither the Enforcer nor the Bandit have a comparable ability. The Bandit has his smoke grenade, which is definitely helpful because you do get to avoid all damage for about 3 seconds, and you do get a little bit of a speed boost. But compared to the Commando's... Oh wait, I want this chest. Compared to the Commando's dodge ability, it doesn't... It's not the same. The Commando's dodge ability is way better in terms of avoiding damage. What you will notice, however, is that you can see me a lot better. I got a lot of feedback that I should increase the zoom on my character. And at first I was like, well, I don't know how I'm going to do that, because if I zoom in anymore, you won't be able to see the timer or the difficulty or my items or my health or my abilities or how much money I have. Like, if I was watching, those are all things that I wouldn't want chopped off the screen. But then I was telling my lovely wife about these problems, and she's like, "Are you sure there's not an option to change that in the menu?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think they'd have that. I think it's supposed to be kind of..." And lo and behold, I look in the menu and it has a zoom multiplier. So she told me that if I don't give her a shout out for that, then I'm failing as a husband. So there's your shout out. And yeah. But yeah, it's good for the videos, not so good for the gameplay. As you just saw, I went all the way up there because I thought the teleporter might be up there. Whereas if I had been zoomed out, I would have been able to see that the teleporter was actually down below me. So there's definitely a trade-off there. So you'll see here I've now backed myself up against a wall. The Colossus can't actually hit me at all because he won't get any closer than this, and any attacks he throws at me will actually get blocked by my shield. So this is one of the easiest bosses for sure to fight when you're playing as the Enforcer, and definitely got lucky with that one. Oh, I got a double jump now. That's good. So yeah, definitely the Enforcer is good for crowd control, but if you get really fast enemies and any really hard hitters, he can definitely be a little bit tough to actually do well with. I'm still struggling to use his shield bash move to the fullest extent that I'm sure it can be used. I think it's a really good way to do, again, more crowd control, where you can hit a lot of enemies away from you with one move. So I can, like, send them all back there. But I've noticed, I mean, I just sometimes I'll miss, or I'll just use it at the wrong moment. So I'm still trying to get better with that. But I definitely have learned that backing myself against a wall against any enemies that aren't my same size is a really, really solid strategy to avoid damage with the Enforcer. So yeah, it's really sad because I had like that whole recording. I had so many things I talked about that I don't know what they were anymore because I mean, it's not like I listened to the whole recording after I realized I had totally messed it up. So I had all these things that now I are lost to the ether and we'll never know what they were. And I just took fall damage. That's the other thing is like with the Enforcer and the Bandit, you can't negate fall damage nearly as easy as you could with the Commando. The Commando was easy peasy. You just roll right before you hit the ground and all is well. But not so much with this guy. Oh snap, a healing drone. Awesome. Okay. Unlock all chests in vision? Okay. Pause time for 7 seconds. I think I'd rather have that one. That sounds like a life-saving item and not just a convenience item. Not that the chest actually being able to open all the chests in view would actually be pretty awesome, but I think I'll be okay. Okay, so I want to get this passive, Monster Tooth, which is totally was my saving grace on that one Commando run that I did where I got really, really far. I'm definitely already pushing the time limit a little bit, but I have a lot of money. I don't want to waste all my money. I want to be able to get some good stuff. So yeah, it's been an interesting interesting few days. Oh, that's right, I have a double jump now. Where I am in Idaho, the governor, governor? Probably, I think governor. Definitely governor. State government. Yes, governor. Took, not took down, but like ended the stay-at-home order that we had here in Idaho. So he started what he calls his reopening plan. And so we're in stage 1 right now. And stage 1 is basically how we were right before the stay-at-home order was issued. So like, we're still encouraged to wear masks, and if you want gloves out in public, no gatherings over 5 people. Non-essential travel is highly discouraged, but not banned anymore. Not that they were ever even enforcing it, so I don't even know. Like, it was technically told, but the few times that I went out to get medications for my wife or went shopping or anything like that, there was tons of people out. Like, it really didn't slow people down from going outside at all. So I don't know, like, if people already weren't really following the stay-at-home order, I feel like the fact that they're now opening up 90% of non-essential businesses again, and the fact that they've even said that the stay-at-home order is now over, I think people are just going to ignore the whole stages of reopening and like the guidelines. I think a lot of people are just going to be like, oh, okay, well, it's over now. I guess I'll go back to how I was before because I only marginally changed how I was during the lockdown anyway. I mean, this isn't even my home state, but it is where I live, and I'm really disappointed in the way that they handled the lockdown and how they handled the regulations, because I feel like there could have been a lot stronger enforcement and just a lot more done. Yeah. I'm like, it obviously doesn't affect my life that much. I'm, a 22-year-old college student. Like, if I get coronavirus, it's not going to be that bad. But I know people, and, obviously there's a lot of people that are high risk and are a lot more prone to have problems if they were to catch coronavirus. So, oh, I can go this way. Okay. Okay, the teleporter's got to be around here somewhere. That's a lot of jellyfish. I like the way the My character just shimmies up the rope. Oh, where is this thing? This is the problem with the zoom, is like, I never had that much problem, or that much trouble, rather, finding the teleporter before, but now it's like really hard for me to... I mean, if I just missed like one ledge where it happened to spawn, then I'm pretty much out of luck. Okay, let's check up here again. Maybe it's just on this ledge somewhere. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. No thanks. I'd rather not. I'd rather not get hit right now. Oh, you know what I can do also? Oh, it freezes time completely. It doesn't just freeze enemies. So that's a way that I can like keep the difficulty from getting higher, you know, every well, I can only use it once every 60 seconds, so it's not great. It's more of an escape item, it seems. Where is this thing? Wow. Man. Honestly, I can't find it. Oh no. This is so not good. I'm already into the 3rd difficulty level. I haven't even activated the teleporter for the 2nd level. What? Oh, there it is. Okay. Did I pass that like a couple times and just totally miss it? Ugh. Oh, it seems like yes. It seems like I did, considering there is a thing right there that I obviously opened at some point. All right, let's get her done. Okay. We're just gonna put up her shield, get all of you away from me, and just back up. Oh, okay. Just back up a little bit. And just shoot you guys with my shotgun as I back up. Block 2,000 damage total with your shield. That's pretty good. Okay. I think we're in a good situation here, just with my back up against a wall. I'll just keep hitting him away from me. I got my healing drone that's... Oh, something's hitting me. Oh, no. Well. I don't like the Enforcer. I think he's a bad character, honestly. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure lots of people are very good with him. Okay, let's do one with the Bandit instead. And then I'm going to the Commando, because I know how to play the Commando. And I want to get somewhere in this, in my next run, if I don't get anywhere in this one. I gotta remember just to use my, like, active abilities to move around a little faster when I'm not fighting things. I've, like... You know, I found that the best strategy is just to find the teleporter as quickly as possible, and that's a lot easier if I am moving faster. Anywho. I started using new recording software. That's an interesting thing that happened. So I actually talked about, well, in the recording for this that I lost, I talked a little bit about my current recording woes and how, or maybe that was already, I think I already talked about it. How I tried playing like Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2, and my computer just like struggled really bad trying to record those things, and I couldn't figure out why. Yeah, this was in the video that I posted. Sorry, I am a little all over the... Wow, that's not a fun thing. Oh, I do not want to get hit by those. Okay, good to know. Well, in any case, I figured out that it was not in fact my computer. It was the fact that I've been using OBS to record, and OBS apparently really, really bad optimization for recording. So even though my computer could handle everything that I was throwing at it, OBS decided that it wanted to be really, 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 really sucking on my CPU all the time. So instead, I did a little bit of research online, and I found out that NVIDIA, which I have an NVIDIA in my computer, actually, any computer with an NVIDIA in it actually comes with the GeForce Experience application pre-installed, which is super nice because it comes with a thing called Shadowplay, which you can use to capture either like 30 seconds or 5 minutes of any gameplay. Like if you hit the shadow play button, it'll automatically capture the last 5 minutes. So it's always like constantly recording and then deleting any old footage. But you can also make it just record your screen, and it's super well optimized for any computers with NVIDIA. So I decided to use that to actually record my screen and keep using OBS to record my audio, because OBS has compressors and noise gates, well, a compressor and a noise gate and a noise reducer built into the program. Will-o'-the-wisp, chance to detonate an enemy on kill. Oh, that's cool. It has that stuff already built in. So instead of so I just turned off the screen recorder on OBS, so it's just recording audio and it's just outputting audio, and then I record my screen with Shadowplay, and that's how I actually was able to release that Resident Evil 7 video with, you know, running probably between 30 and 50 frames the whole time without any huge lag spikes. So yeah, super excited. If you did enjoy, if you watched that Resident Evil 7 video and enjoyed it, another one's coming on Wednesday, getting a little bit more into the action of the game and getting a little bit more into what actually makes it Madhouse mode. So if you want to see that, you know, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, you get a notification when I release that video on Wednesday. I'm super excited. It'll be a fun to, definitely the first video I've made where I'm going to have to do a lot of cutting together to make sure it's not boring, because I mean, you know, I died a few times. I'll be honest, you know, I died, you know, 2, 3, 7, 10, I don't know, I lost track, but it doesn't matter. I died a certain amount of times. You won't see them all because, you know, I'll cut them all together, so you don't even have to worry about it. Can I get up there? No, it's a little too far. I'll have to go around. Which is sad, because I can afford that chest, and I really want to know what's in it, but oh well. But yeah, after recording the last Resident Evil 7, just getting past the first boss was a huge struggle for me. And I actually was telling somebody that I was playing Madhouse mode, and they're like, "Oh, do you have the buzzsaw?" And I'm like, "No, I figured it would be more entertaining to try and play it without the buzzsaw." And he's just like, "I guess so, if you like watching somebody die a whole lot." And he was not wrong. It is in fact a lot of death, but I'm gonna cut it together, make sure it's not just me dying for a half hour. I want it to be a little more entertaining than that, but dying can be entertaining. It has comedic value if you do the right things with it, so we'll see how that how that turns out. Oh, I also... Okay, you know what? I am not going to look around for a chest. I'm just going to go straight to the teleporter. I got a logo for my sister YouTube channel, Roguelife Reviews, where I do a little bit more formal videos. I actually cut together the footage, pre-record, do lots of editing there. It's a little bit... I mean, that's actually where I started. So if you're stumbling on this channel, or you've seen me post about it on Twitter, Instagram, or on Reddit, if that's where you're coming from, I actually have... So I have a website, roguelifereviews.com, and then I started a YouTube channel about 3 weeks ago, and I was about a month into the website project, and I figured that I probably needed to do some YouTube videos to get a wider audience and to get, you know, a little bit more coverage, because I don't know, blogs are good, like, don't get me wrong, blogs are definitely good, and you can definitely make, you can definitely garner a big audience with blogs, but YouTube videos are definitely an easier market to break into if you're willing to put in some time. Not that I've like broken into the market by any means. I have only, you know, obviously my videos only get between 10 and 20 views each currently, but with my blog, even though I was posting it on everything, I was only getting like 10 views in a week on there when I first started. In any case, I finally got a logo for the YouTube channel, which is, if you want to check out that that stuff that I make, I'll put a link to both my website and my sister channel in the description. So just go down there, check it out. It was actually done by my wife. She did a really good job. Incorporated the colors from my website into it to make sure that it matched everything. And I was super happy with that. She spent a long time working on it. And yeah, hopefully I'm looking to get another logo, not logo, but you know, a profile picture for this YouTube channel up at some point. TBD. That one's going to be a little bit more intense to get done, and I'm going to do a little bit on it myself before asking for somebody else to work on it. So there's a lot of enemies. I'm afraid of how this is going to go, but we're going to give it our best shot. Oh no. Oh no, best shot is bad. Best shot is really bad and full of dying. Ah, no. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, dead. Okay, we're gonna do one more with the commando because... Oh, no, not try again. Sorry, hold up. Return, yes. Start, commando. Bam. Okay, let's... Oh, he's so much faster. Oh, this is great. I think they must have known the commando was like the easy character. That's why you start as him. I can't imagine that, like, he's faster. He has the dodge roll that recharges in 5 seconds. He's got a really solid move set that every move recharges like crazy fast. Man. But I will get good. Even if I have to play some on my own between recordings, I will get good with the Enforcer. I'm not sure about the Bandit. The Bandit is probably my least favorite character to play as. He's he has such low health. That's really the thing. He dies in like 4 hits. It's horrible. The Enforcer at least can take a little bit of a beating and has that invincibility shield that is, you know, definitely great. Okay, where is this teleporter? It must be on the other side of the screen. Oh, wait, I should probably... It could also be... Because I spawned right there. So, it could be up here somewhere. It can take you out, really. Oh, well, that's fine. School has been fun. School has been real fun. I'm taking... like I mentioned before, I'm taking my upper level courses. My international economics course has been kicking my butt. Just because it's like microeconomics and macroeconomics. If you've never taken them, not so heavy on the theory. You take maybe a day, 2 days, maybe even a week if your professor's really into theory, to talk about the theory behind micro and macroeconomics and kind of the history of the field. And after that, there might be some theory and some name drops throughout the course, but like if there's ever anything on a test about them, it'll be one question maybe about any significant figures or like significant events having to do with the theory of micro and macroeconomics. Essentially, you just do graphs. That's all you do, is you answer word questions that are generally you could figure out with a graph, or you're making graphs, or you're interpreting graphs. International economics, I just kind of assumed, I'm like, oh, well, it'll probably be the same as that then. It is not the same. It is so theory heavy. I have never taken such a theory heavy class before. Except for like my international theory class, which that was literally the entire point. But at the very least, I was expecting it with that class. Anyway, it's just, I mean, my field is not economics. I just took international economics because I enjoyed micro and macroeconomics, and I'm an international studies major. And I figured international economics would probably be a pretty solid thing to grasp if I ever go into international business, or if I were to ever go into the State Department or work for the government in any capacity. I should understand, you know, global or international supply and demand and international trade theory and all that kind of stuff. But so far, and I finished my reading all the way through the 3rd week, which we're going into right now, of the semester, and it's all just theory. There's only been like 1 formula and like 2 graphs that I've had to memorize. It's just bizarre. I was not expecting it, and I'm not the biggest fan so far, but the fact that we're doing all online classes has not helped, because we had to do a test, and my professor outsourced the digitization of the test. And I mean, he just sent it to the school, and the school was going to do it for him. But whoever was in charge of it at the school did a piss poor job, because there were answers missing, there were graphics missing. He had to and he only gave us there were 12 questions on the test, and he gave us 15 minutes to answer all 12 questions, even with and then a solid 5 minutes, a third of the quiz was taken up with him pulling up the paper version of the quiz so that we could look at it, so that we could see the missing answers, and so we could see the missing graphs. And then 3 minutes into that, he's like, oh, this is the wrong version of this quiz. Hang on, let me pull up the right version of this quiz. Because the answers, the questions and the answers were totally different. And I was like, hey, professor, the question you have for number 6 is totally different than the question on your exam, or on your paper test. And he's like, oh, that's weird. Just answer the one that I have here on the paper test. And I'm like, okay. And then later on, it's a completely different graph with completely different answers for another question. He's like, oh, you know what the problem is? This is the wrong quiz. Let me pull up the right one and have you redo those questions that I had you do before the wrong way, because this was just the wrong version of this quiz. It was infuriating, but he promised that he'd do better quality control going forward. So I'm hopeful that kind of crap isn't gonna happen anymore. And I think he did give us a little bit of a curve on the grade. I think he gave us all an extra point because of everything that happened, and some of us had already submitted our quiz before he even realized that he had the wrong one up. I don't know. It was not a fun time. It was pretty terrible. I will say and that class is I have it twice a week, or I'm supposed to have it twice a week for an hour and a half long class session. But thankfully he reduced it to just, he records himself for one class a week, and we just meet in person. Well, over Zoom, not in person, over Zoom one day in the week. So that is one consolation I get, is that I only have to endure that class once a week, and other than that, I could just watch the recording he makes. Magma Worm, easy peasy. Dodge. Magma Worm is pretty annoying but with the commando it's easy because you can just easily dodge whenever he dives at you, which is good. Because otherwise, it would be pretty annoying. Okay, alright. Oh, I hate those. I hate these lizards. I'm just gonna call them lizards. They look kind of like lizards that do that and kill you. Well, dead. Thanks, game. Well, okay. That's gonna be it this time. I don't want these episodes to go too long, but thank you so much for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and check out my sister channel. Like me on follow me on social media to know when I post, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.